we go. Man, oh man. 8 teams left. 4 games to be played. We're winding down, whittling down this tournament. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Meat on the 50. You know what time it is. It is time to pick NFL Divisional Round Weekend. Yes, we got 4 games, 2 in the AFC, 2 in the NFC to decide who moves on to the championship games. Championship weekend, the weekend that will decide who will go to Vegas to represent their conference in the Super Bowl. And man, oh man, I am fired up, baby. So without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome back. Welcome back. I mean, man, I am fired up this week. We got divisional round football. We got some NFL action, and it is time to break it all down. Hi, how's it going? I am Jacob Cutler, one half of the Sports Guys, and as always, joining me, he is the other half of the Sports Guys. He is one of my best friends. He is here to break down divisional round weekend with me. He is none other than Mr. Brandon Sullivan. Brandon, the time has come, my friend. How you doing? How you feeling? What do you got for me?
Super excited. This weekend couldn't come any quicker. I am, excited for Friday. I got the Celtics versus the Nuggets, so that'll be a good game. Jokic coming to the park, so that's going to keep me distracted for a little bit. But honestly, I'm just like, get me to Saturday already. Let's get this show on the road. I'm ready. I mean, I haven't seen my team play, and it seemed like forever because against the Rams we didn't have our starters, and then I didn't get to see my team this weekend. So I mean, it's a good thing. Obviously you don't have to worry. There's nothing on the line. I guess the anxiety starting to come too. Yep. You're like, because you never know. It's not like an NBA series where you get 4 chances. No, true. This is one done. Mm-hmm. So I am a little bit nervous, but also very excited. What about you, Jay?
I like it. Yeah, if you missed Super Wild Card Weekend, let's quickly remind you how we did last week. Let's put it up on the screen. So, how I'm doing is, for yourself, going 2-4, 0-1 on your guaranteed victory, thanks to the Dallas Cowgirls, right? And for myself, 3-3, 1-0 on my guaranteed victory, thanks to the Buffalo Bills. And then for our special guest last week, Mr. Andy Gomez, going 3-3, 1-0 on his guaranteed victory, having a double guaranteed victory there in that Bills game. But I am doing good. I am fired up. And if you missed last week, let's quickly recap it. So what happened? The Texans dominated the Browns. The Lions, the Chiefs dominated the Dolphins in that bitter cold. The Packers, absolutely obliterated the Dallas Cowboys. The Lions in the revenge game, Super Wild Card Weekend. Brandon likes to call it Trim the Fat Weekend. It could be called Revenge Weekend. Tyreek Hill unable to get the revenge on his former team. Mike McCarthy unable to get the revenge on his former team. But there was one person who was able to get revenge, Mr. Jared Goff. Yes, the rolling Detroit Motor City Lions handled business at home, sending Matt Stafford, the former quarterback, to the couch to watch the rest of the playoffs from home. And then Monday, we saw the Steelers bounced early and often. I don't think they haven't won a playoff game, I think, in what was it, like 13 years or something like that. It's been a very, very long time since the Steelers won. And then lastly, the Eagles, everybody's favorite team, the team that everybody loves, got destroyed, annihilated, gone. See ya, sayonara, fly Eagles fly, back to your nest to watch the rest of the playoffs just like the rest of us. Let's wipe those off the screen because we got 8 games. We got 4 games, 8 teams. It's going down, and it starts on Saturday. So, I mean, it's a nice and easy episode this week, so we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. So, you ready, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Starting us off on Saturday, our first divisional round game. We got the 10-7 Houston Texans traveling. I guess 11-7 now. Traveling to Baltimore to take on the 13-4 Baltimore Ravens. What do you got for me to kick off our playoffs?
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, a better game than most would expect. But, I think, obviously Baltimore being at home and getting some rest and, having, the potential 2-time MVP on their team and Lamar Jackson. I don't see them squandering this one. So I got to roll with the Ravens in this one. I do think the Ravens win this one 28-24. I think it's a close one. It's a back and forth, but they're able to manufacture a drive at the end and put the Houston Texans away. So I think CJ Stroud will have a good game. It was cool to see him win his first playoff game, but unfortunately, I think that his playoff run stops in Baltimore.
I think this game has the potential to be an absolutely outstanding game. I think this game has the potential to be just a high-flying, high-volatile, high-velocity, high-octane, lots of action, back and forth the entire game. Ravens coming off that bye week, basically having a nice rest. Now, will that play a factor? It did play a factor in 2019 when the Tennessee Titans came rolling into town when they were rolling, and they absolutely obliterated the Baltimore Ravens, sending them home early. So the Ravens have been in this position before, and it has not worked out for them. What's going to happen this time? CJ Stroud is now the next quarterback to try and knock off a number 1 seed. And man, oh man, does he have all the tools necessary to do it. He's got a young coach. He's got a young talent around him. He's got a hungry defense. And boy, oh boy, do those boys, those boys are playing. Those boys are playing some football right now. How are they going to do against the Baltimore Ravens? That is the question that is asked. I think it's going to be a back and forth game. I think we're going to see why the Ravens were the number 1 seed. That defense is definitely the best part, has been bolstering every part of their team. I know Lamar Jackson has had 3 good starts in the last week. Congratulations. Good for him. The defense is the reason why they are the number 1 seed, not Lamar Jackson. Let me repeat myself. The Baltimore Ravens defense is the reason why they are the number 1 seed, not Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I said it. Lamar can go cry about it or maybe try and figure out how to work out a sentence out of his mind to speak. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into it. With that being said, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go because I got a guaranteed victory, baby. Ratbirds, you're going home.
Oh,
Houston dumpster fire Texans. Sending your little ratbird tushies back to your couch. Texans 35-28, getting the job done on the road. Moving on to our night game. We got a classic playoff matchup that for one team has not fared well at all. New quarterback, new year, new system. Could it possibly be? We got the 9-8, now 10-8 Green Bay Packers traveling to Santa Clara to take on the number 1 seeded 12-5 San Francisco 49ers. What do you got for me?
Super excited for this one, Jake. Obviously, this is like you said, this is a just a classic matchup. I think they've matched up 10 or 11 times over the years, and one of the most played playoff games in NFL history. Just classic. Just has classic written all over it. Just all the different instances. Kaepernick, against Rodgers.
Yep.
Going back to Favre versus Young. I mean, we just Garoppolo.
Rodgers versus Garoppolo. Yeah. I mean, Raheem Mostert, right?
Raheem Mostert going off. I was there. I was at the NFC Championship game, and that was one of the best games of my life. They dominated, and 49ers have dominated Green Bay. They just have. A couple years back, we were they were the number 1 seed. We were we were the 6th seed, and we went into Green Bay in pretty much sub-zero temperatures with snow, and won that one 13-10. So we were able to get it done, and that was supposed to be Rodgers' year.
Yep.
I gotta 49ers, lots of rest. Obviously getting Eric Armstead back. Dre Greenlaw practicing. He's going to be able to play it. Looks like, Charvarius, Diomedor's healthy. Greg Odom on the special teams is coming back. I wish Hufanga was here. I really do, but everybody else is healthy. Everybody's playing well. McCaffrey getting a lot of rest. George Kittle getting a lot of rest. Debo, Ayuk, Brock rest, really focusing. They said Kyle Shanahan said that Brock's been coming on his off days to study. Kyle Shanahan joked and said that they were already studying the Packers film, or they were already preparing for the Packers in the second quarter against Dallas. So, these guys are ready, man. They're hungry, and that is the thing. They have not won it. The Chiefs have won a Super Bowl. The Niners have gotten there, and they get a little taste, and they're not able to finish it. I think that them losing to the Ratbirds on Christmas really humbled them and really brought some pain to their hearts. I think losing in that NFC Championship game, more pain, more motivation. Losing against Aaron Donald, the year before, more pain, more motivation, and obviously going back to the Super Bowl where we had a 20-10 lead, and that was one of the best seasons in 49ers history. We just could not finish it. So this team is hungry. They are ready. I saw some videos of, Packers players saying they just need to make Brock uncomfortable. They get a little pressure on him, they're going to get interceptions. They're a little bit, cocky, and, rightfully they just beat Dallas. But, I can't see a way that the 49ers lose this game with all the motivation at their house, with Fred Warner leading that defense, with, Nicholas John Bosa, as Richard Sherman says. You got, just everybody on that defensive side of the ball, and then you get to the offensive side of the ball, all the playmakers, Kyle Juszczyk, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Debo Samuel, Ayuk, Juwan Jennings is back. So we have the most talent in the NFL, and everybody is ready. I got the 49ers in this one. Obviously, Jordan Love's going to give it all he's got. The Packers are going to come out. This is going to be a pretty close game. But I got the San Francisco 49ers in this one in a guaranteed victory, 34-25.
Yeah, this game very, very interesting. I'm having it play out a couple ways in my head. Niners coming off their bye, hot, hungry, ready to go. Doesn't matter what the Packers did last week. And they go in and they boat race them. Classic 42-17 victory against the Packers. Another way I see this going is the Packers, man. The Packers, Jordan Love. This team's a fighter. That defense is heating up at the right time. And with the past being used as a blueprint for the future, when your defense heats up right before the playoffs, on into the playoffs, and if they're able to gain that momentum, that has been shown to be all that is necessary to get over the hump. So this game, I think, has become very interesting with the way that Jordan Love has been playing. I think now 20 plus touchdowns in the last 8 weeks with only one interception. The man's playing. Man's playing MVP football. I mean, yeah, you hate to say it, or it's weird to say because it's Jordan Love. And again, I'll say it, it's Jordan Love, right? I mean, that name doesn't particularly ring love in my ears, but the kid can ball. The kid can play quarterback, and he is handling business. Aaron Jones, man. Brandon was texting me, for those of you who don't know about Aaron Jones, you need to know. Aaron Jones is a legitimate running back, right? Brandon was mentioning that Aaron Jones is underrated. 100%. The man is underrated. Now, he was injured majority of the season, and he had Aaron Rodgers in the past, which if you have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, you're going to get elevated regardless of who you are. But Aaron Jones is a baller, man. 3 touchdowns. Handled Dan Quinn's unstoppable Dallas Cowboys defense. What is he going to do against Steve Wilkes' defense? So this game, man, has gotten layer upon layer upon layer added to the story that is going to be the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, I've been on them all year. I believe in them sometimes more than you do sometimes. And it ain't going to change. San Francisco 49ers. Get the job done. Move on to the NFC Championship game in a thriller at Levi's, 32-27. Niners get the job done against the Green Bay Packers. Moving on to Sunday, kicking us off our first afternoon divisional round game. We got the Tampa Bay Baker May Buccaneers traveling to the hottest city in America right now. I guarantee that this place lives up to my nickname. They are taking on the Detroit Motor City Lions. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 10-8. Detroit Lions, 13-5. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very, very good game. Tampa Bay's got a great defense. Baker's been playing really well. Jared Goff's got, the whole city behind him. He's got confidence. Those receivers are looking good. The defense is playing lights out, holding the Rams to 23 points. I honestly thought the Rams were for sure going to win that game. So just for the Lions to come out and, it looking like they're going to this game, slowly but surely the Rams chipping away. And the Lions held them off and they, came through with the clutch drive when they needed to. So got to go with the home team here. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's more of like a flip of a coin, in my opinion. I think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers absolutely could go into Detroit and win that game. I think obviously, they have the experience. I mean, that whole defense has won a Super Bowl, so they know what it takes.
True.
They know what it takes, and Baker Mayfield's got confidence now, and when he has confidence, he plays just as good as any other quarterback. So. Got to roll with Detroit in a close one. I think they do win by a field goal. I'm going to take Detroit in this one, 31-28. And the Detroit Lions, never thought I'd be saying this, advance to the NFC Championship. Wow, I really did not think that I would be saying that anytime soon, but they really turned it around, didn't they?
They did. What if we had the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game?
Oh, man. I mean, I wouldn't care. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun.
It'd be interesting, that's for sure. Okay, back to all seriousness. I was just playing that thought in my head and it just made me laugh. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be an upset. I have to think there's going to be an upset this weekend. I don't know who it's going to be, but that's why I just find it funny. The Packers and the Buccaneers could legitimately be playing in the NFC Championship game. That's what I'm saying. It is a very funny possibility to think. I would have never in a million years, and I could be 100%, I would never have guessed the Packers and the Bucks would be in an NFC Championship game this season after everything that's happened. So I don't think it's going to happen. It might, but back to the game at hand. Yeah, Detroit rolling, Motor City Lions. I mean, absolutely coming out, handling business last week against the Rams, making a statement. Jared Goff showing Matt Stafford that this is my town, son. I'm the one who gets playoff wins. You might have the records. I get the wins. So we'll see what Jared Goff shows up this week against a very scary defense in Tampa Bay. And just like I was saying with the Green Bay Packers, your defense heats up at the right time. That is all you need sometimes. That is all you need. You want to challenge me on that? Go look at the Bengals in 21. Their offensive line was giving up 17 sacks and they were still beating teams. So your defense can make or break your playoff run. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense right now is scary, is absolutely scary. The Lions have to tighten it up on the defensive side. Yes, they gave up 23 points to the Rams. Yes, they were able to slow down Matt Stafford, but until that point, the Rams were walking all over them. 3 consecutive scoring drives. Not a secondary defender could stop the ball, pass breakups, anything. He was slicing and dicing them to Puka, slicing and dicing them to Cooper, slicing and dicing them to Tutu Atwell. I mean, the Lions have to tighten up the defense. You have to. That is going to be the make it or break it point in this game. The X factor is going to be how the Lions defense plays. The Lions defense plays well. We'll be seeing the Lions. We'll be seeing the Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship game. Lions defense struggles. We're going to be seeing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game. So this game is going to 100% come down to the Lions defense. And just like my Niners, or your Niners, I guess, I've been rolling with the Lions all season long. I love Baker Mayfield. I can't believe I actually said that because he went to Oklahoma, but I do love Baker Mayfield. I love Mike Evans. I love Chris Godwin. I love that team that they have down there in Tampa, but it's Detroit's time, baby. It is the Lions' time. They deserve this. They have earned it. Not only do they deserve this, they deserve this because they have earned it. They have fought, clawed, done everything that they possibly could to get to this 13-5 record, and they are set up for the biggest game in franchise. I mean, maybe not in franchise history, but pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. They make it to the championship game. That's going to be the biggest game in the franchise history. So the Detroit Lions, we're rolling with them. The Detroit rolling. Motor City Lions get the job done against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, this can go back and forth. 27-24. Lions get the job done. They're at home. Our last game has become a staple of the AFC playoffs. You know both teams. You know who quarterbacks them. You know what happens usually when they play each other in the playoffs. But yet, here we are again. The only difference is the location has changed. We got, for the first time ever, we got the 11-6, 12-6. Patrick Mahomes led first road game ever for the Kansas City Chiefs, for himself, I guess I should say. Traveling. Yeah, you heard that right. The Chiefs are traveling in the playoffs. They're traveling to Orchard Park. They're traveling to New York. They're traveling to take on the Buffalo Bills. Classic 12-6 Kansas City Chiefs, 12-6 Buffalo Bills. What do you got for me? Patrick Mahomes' first road game.
Yeah, we were waiting for this to happen for a while, haven't we, Ben?
Yes, we have.
Don't know how Buffalo managed to pull it off. I know there was like a 5% chance they're going to make the playoffs after they lost to Philly, and they were able to they were able to do it. So, credit to them. They handled business at home against Pittsburgh. I really don't think they were that motivated. I think it could have been way more of a blowout.
Definitely.
But it's going to be a big game. Patrick Mahomes, Rashee Rice, that team clicking at the right time, defense starting to step up. This one could go either way. I think that obviously the Bills are in a pretty good position, just being able to play at home. It's hard to win games at Arrowhead. So don't screw this up, Bills. But I think they will. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to go into Buffalo and win that game. I just can't see Mahomes not lingering. I think that there could be that controversial flag or something, but I just really think that the NFL wants the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game against the Ratbirds. So I gotta go with the Chiefs here. I would be so happy if the Bills won, though. I'm not counting the Bills out at all. I would not put money on this game. I really think it could go either way. I think both quarterbacks are extremely talented, but I just think the Chiefs will. They have that experience. They've won the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes has been to the AFC Championship in every season of his entire career. I don't see that changing. Got the Chiefs winning this one in a close one, 38-35.
Yeah, I don't want to see it again, but I'm happy that at least it's in a different location. Josh Allen has a tall task ahead of him. Just like you said, Buffalo, don't mess this up. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen next season. We don't know what's going to happen in 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons, or 5 seasons. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. This could be the only road playoff game Patrick Mahomes ever plays. Buffalo Bills, I want you to listen to me right now. You have a fiduciary duty to all of us in stopping the Kansas City Chiefs from reaching the AFC Championship game while they're on the road. You owe it to every single non-Kansas City Chiefs fan to get this done and move on to the championship game.
You don't want to see Taylor. You don't want to see Taylor Swift and what's the
God.
What's the brother? The brother.
Yeah, TikTok Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah, Jackson Mahomes and Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes. You don't want to see all three the trifecta at the
Jackson Mahomes is going to be doing.
You don't want to see them in Vegas.
No. Jackson Mahomes will be doing TikTok dances from a prison cell soon. So
it would be funny if the way that it worked out is if the Texans do win, but then the Bills blow it and the Chiefs get the AFC Championship game at home again. It just.
What would be even funnier is if the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl and they were like, actually, you know what, Usher, you're not going to perform. We're having Taylor Swift perform at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
I can see that happening. Yeah.
Bills, you have a responsibility to all non-Chiefs fans this weekend to do us all a massive favor. Just help us out. Just help us out once, man. That's it. Joey did it a couple years ago. Just help us out, man. Stop the Chiefs. I don't want to see it. For the love of God, please do not subject me to Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, AFC Championship game. I probably rip my eyeballs out. I want to throw up just saying it. It sounds absolutely disgusting. So I'm hoping, I am praying, I am wishing, I am doing anything I possibly can to help the Bills secure this victory. But what a game. What a game to end the week. Bills, Chiefs, not much more you could ask for. Patrick Mahomes' first road playoff game. With it being his first road playoff game, he will have his first loss as a road playoff game. Buffalo Bills, get the job done against the Kansas City Chiefs. 35-32 in overtime. As ironic as it could possibly get. Man, oh man, what a lineup. That's going to do it. That is going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. 8 teams, 4 games to decide who is going to come down and play in the championship games, to decide who will move on to Las Vegas to play in the Super Bowl. We've done enough talking about it. All that's left is for the action to be played, and hopefully that these outcomes happen the way that we want. Niners, Lions, and I mean, we want Texans, Bills, but we'll take Ratbirds, Bills if we have to. Anybody but the Chiefs. Brandon, any last words for the people, my friend? Or any last words for all the fellow Niners fans out there? If you want to give them a little pump-up speech, pre-game speech, let the boys know that they're ready for the game. What do you got for us?
No, we got the best running back in the league, and we've got a quarterback. We have not had that guy. We have not had that guy since Steve Young. So, this guy is incredible. And, I've had the privilege and honor of being able to watch him step in against the Miami Dolphins last year and just come out and sling it and go through a heartbreaking injury at Philadelphia, to hear the fans talking all season long, all off season, to see him come back as a professional, compete in those preseason games and keep his job, and just time and time again deliver, give us the 1 seed, give us an opportunity to have a home field advantage. I think he's the one. I do. And so, I think that we are going to win it all this year. I may be wrong, but I just have a lot of faith in Brock and Mr. Irrelevant. So if he does, mark my words, Madden cover, Disney movie, and a blank check is coming to this man. So the statue's there. It's already in the mind. We just got to go out there. And we got to take care of business. We got to work on the Packers first. So as far as the rest of the games, Texans, Bills, please, I'm begging you. Because if you do that duty for me, if the Niners don't win the Super Bowl, I don't care who does. If it's Texans, Bills, Packers, Lions, Buccaneers, Niners, doesn't matter who wins. One of those teams is going to win, and I like all of them. So the 2 teams I just do not like are the Ravens and Chiefs. Just please, Texans and Bills. Bills, you absolutely have a duty. Texans, yes, is be a tall order. Bills, you have to do this. After Patrick Mahomes ran up to Joshua Patrick Allen, after winning the game and saying that was a horrible call, not congratulating him, just being a little what.
Yep.
My respect for that guy, and the way he flails and walks around and complains and cries like a little girl is gone. It is gone. Okay? So Bills, Niners, we know you're going to take care of business. Bills, like Jake said, get it done. There is no excuses. You are on fire right now. You guys did the unthinkable. You got the number 2 seed where it was looking like just improbable that you were going to make the playoffs. Perfect position.
Yep.
To take them out. Okay?
Get redemption for last year.
It's distracted. They don't have the receiving core. Rashee Rice, it's a gimmick, a fluke. Dolphins didn't have a million of their defensive players. You better get it done.
I like it. And I got 3 words for you, my friend. Montana. Young. Purdy. That's going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. The divisional round is upon us. Man, oh man, do these games have some weight attached to them? I am juiced. I am juiced. Can we see a rookie quarterback topple the possible MVP of the league? Can we see the man who most likely should be the MVP of the league prove that and destroy a team and just move on to the championship game, right? Or are we going to see, the lovable losers, the team that has lost for so long, finally get over the hump? And then finally, a team has a duty, a responsibility, a job to do Sunday evening, helping out every single other non-Kansas City Chief NFL fan. The storylines are there, the stories are there, the drama is there, the action's building, the hype is building, and man, oh man, I am fired up. That is going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. I am Jacob Cutler, one half of the Sports Guys. As always, joining me, one of my best friends. He is Brandon Sullivan, and he is the other half of the Sports Guys. And for Brandon and Jake, Conference Championship weekend is upon us, baby. Come on, Texans. Come on, Bills. Let's go, Niners. Brandon and Jake, we're out.